McDavid. Moves in, McDavid goes upstairs! What a goal!
Hey guys, how's it going? It's Etanyos here. Welcome to episode number 13 of this NHL 21 Custom League Draft to Glory franchise mode here on my channel. If you guys have missed any episodes up to this point, make sure you go up into that top corner of the video right now. There will be a card with a link to the playlist so you can get caught up on all the videos you've missed. Also, if you do enjoy this video, please go down below, consider dropping a like. It only takes a second and really helps out the channel. And also, if you haven't yet and you've been seeing some of my videos, you're enjoying watching my content, please consider hitting that subscribe button. We'll probably be passing 1,200 subscribers by the time this video is released. But anyways, guys, that's it for my spiel. Let's get into some comments here. Alright, guys, so we had a couple, fairly insightful comments on the last video here. The first comment here was, regarding the system fit and style. So Carmen Killick here said, do pinch and shoot so then you can trade your third overall pick for the pinch and shoot defenseman. I love your series. Keep up the good work. So that's an interesting tactic as far as trading Kasparaitis to get Hartikainen here. I know Hartikainen is a shoot and pinch system fit, but at the same time, I would rather just hold on to Kasparaitis for one more year, see if he develops. Also, just as a safety mechanism in case Hartikainen is a pinch and cycle for whatever reason. That could happen still because it's NHL 21 and it's franchise mode. But that, is a good first kind of insightful comment for what we're going to do in the draft. And then Arvid Berggren said, I think you should go for the medium elite Finn with pinch and shoot because you've already started drafting pinch and shoot defensemen and it would be easier to than rebuilding the whole defensive core. Again, same kind of topic and stylistic comment as far as, take Hartikainen. I don't want to move Kasparaitis just yet, but we'll see again with Hartikainen what happens. Duke Storm said you need to trade a ton of your medium elite tendies. If your tendies aren't going to grow well, you should at least get a decent return on them. And I totally agree. That's probably a good tactic to utilize here in the upcoming draft. So we'll definitely try to trade away one or two goalies. And then another comment here from Berggren said, one of the reasons the defenseman isn't growing might be maybe because of the assistant coaches. If every coach is a forward focused coach, I think that might affect the defense, or their teaching style might be low. So yeah, that's definitely something we'll look into in this video as well, is the coaching styles and making sure that we balance that out a bit more. I'm gonna say it's Krungy, I might be wrong, or Krungy, I don't know. Said points in junior don't necessarily equate to being a great player at the minor or NHL levels. A good example of this was Jaden Halbjewux. I don't know if I said that right. But he said in the last two seasons in Moose Jaw, he put up in total 120 goals, 110 assists for 230 points in 143 games played. He went undrafted and was signed by San Jose. Since then, he only has 78 points in 139 games in the AHL. And then his comment also finished off saying, Henriksen McMuffin, I am so tempted to use that as my next Be a Pro name. Both our goalie names there. That's pretty funny. He said, I'd call dibs, damn it. But almost a name as great as Thor Jorgen Torp Freestad, except that this is a real name of a kid playing in Norway right now. So yeah, there's some wild ones out there as far as hockey names go. I mean, Hartikainen, definitely a longer Finnish name, but a lot of these are pretty basic names. I would say Hartikainen is definitely one of the more, difficult names. Leveske is another one, but honestly, there's just so many different players and names and stuff in here that is just, fun to work with that, I'm still enjoying myself. But anyways, let's get started on the draft. I am going to be trading up, but I don't think I'm going to be using Sergei Kasparaitis just yet. I want to see if we can possibly increase his value a little bit more. So we'd be going to the Sherbrooke Stingrays for this trade. And I kind of had the trade planned out already. I think we're going to have enough value on it. So as you can see, Kasparaitis at a 76 there. We are not going to be moving him just yet. But instead, I want to move Christic, Hill, and definitely one goalie, if not two. So I'm thinking we go Bure, if not Blugis as well. I think that's overkill, honestly, but let's see. Can we get any other draft picks in here? They got pick 26. I don't think that we're going to land that. Can we get a pick for next year? Could we grab like a later second rounder next year in this deal too? That would be great if we could, because Blue just is not going to get playtime over guys like Henriksen and McMuffin, just because he's already 22, turning 23. So yeah, I would very much like to move him. So let's see if this deal goes through, and it does. Okay, so we land a second round pick for next year as well, which is good. That's from Red Deer, the Red Deer, and we also land the 5th overall pick. So that is very good. I believe if we go and just look at, the assets that we have here now, we have some pretty high draft picks in this upcoming, or in this current draft, as well as, we got 2 second rounders in the upcoming draft too. So that's really good to see. Stacking the odds in our favor, hopefully. And here we go, over to pick 5, and we see everybody get drafted in place. Actually, Grossman was supposed to go switched with Alsner, but that's fine. We're going to take Kai Hartikainen. No question here. We need the defenseman, and he is a 80 overall defensive medium elite defenseman. That is beautiful. 6'4", 209. Still 17 years old, but for a left-handed defenseman, he is beautiful. So, all right, some other pretty, high-level defensemen there out of the top 5. That's pretty nice for some teams here, and I don't think anybody's going to be complaining about that. For the next pick, I've got Wisniewski pinned here, Donald Wisniewski. I know it says pinch and cycle, but again, you never know, so I'm going to take him and just hope he turns out to be decent, and he's 72 overall. Okay, so we draft 2 defensive defensemen here in the top 15, and that is totally okay with me. I'm really happy with those players. And after that, Draper was good, Cooper was good, Varakis was good, Donahue was good. There's a lot of good players in the first round and a half of this draft, and Davies was really nice too. Nobody else crazy high overall. Smith. Oh, the Oilers get another Smith there, not Ryan Smith, but Weston Smith. Jakimov's was nice. Okay, so yeah, I think we drafted the right player there. Not really much of a question there on Donald Wisniewski. So yeah, I'm happy with that. So for the next pick here, we've got Torsten Janssen, but we have a lot of offensive defensemen already too. That's the other thing that I'm kind of torn on. I don't really want to take Janssen, but this Marian Mikas guy has a 2-year ETA, and if he is a low elite, that would be a gorgeous pick. So I think I'm going to take the risk. He's listed as a sniper. He's undersized, but that's okay. And he's 70 overall. Let's go. Okay. So yeah, Marian Mikas, an absolutely gorgeous pick. Can shoot the puck really well, can play decent defense, has good senses, but definitely needs to work on puck skill, skating, and physical. So yeah, anyways, I'm really happy with that pick. I assume Janssen's going to go right after. Yeah, and he's 63 overall, so I think we definitely made the right pick. But anyways, over to pick number 78 now. Okay. I had Noah Ekblad pinned. I was originally going to go with Damon Crabb, but I kind of want to keep taking defense. We got a center. I don't really want to take another center just yet. And Ekblad's the best defenseman on the board, so I'm going to take him. And he is 20 years old, but okay, it turns out to be a medium top 4. 63 overall as well. Pretty decent overall. Hopefully he can be playing in our system here pretty soon, and I'm happy with that. Anybody else that was really good in here? Low 4 and Allman there. Anybody else that I missed? Doesn't look like it. Yeah, not much. Okay, so I'm pretty happy with Ekblad there as a pick. Next up, we are going off the board for this pick, but I think I know who I want to take. Yeah, it was this guy, Dmitry Vorobyev, 3-year ETA at, around pick 140. I know we're taking him at pick 110. Okay, and he turns out to be a 64 overall, low top 6, 2-way forward. He is big, 6'3", 202, but not exactly what we were looking for. So, not terrible by any means. Still has some potential. Probably won't make the NHL. Oh, Soro was nice too. But yeah, I don't know if that was exactly the best pick, but that's okay. Anyways, over to our next pick now. I wanted to take a goalie here. I think I'm going to go with Kaigorodov, sorry. That is a hard name to pronounce. Who Who else? I got Vickers pinned, but I don't trust that. Okay. I mean, honestly, I don't really trust the Kagadorov scouting report either, but yeah, I think we'll probably take this guy here. Let's see how he turns out to be. Nikolai Kagadorov, or Kagorodov. Okay, 49 overall medium elite hybrid goalie. I'm really happy with that, especially for round 5 at pick 142. Like, that's a little lucky, but again, a really good pick. So far, Kagorodov is the lowest rated player we've drafted, but he is a goalie, to be fair, so they are going to be a little lower end. Eriksson was a nice goalie. He is 20 years old, though. Rolling's, again, 20 years old, so I'm really happy with Kagorodov. I keep saying Kagadorov, which is wrong. It's Kagorodov. So who else was good in here? Potential. Oh, there you go. Yeah, Kevin Vickers was actually a really nice pick, too. He ended up going to, he went to Gatineau. Ooh, that's not good, because that's where Simons is playing. That's where a lot of good players are playing, so. All right, finally for our round 6 pick, I've got Murphy pinned on the board here because honestly I don't trust a lot of these other scouting reports, and a lot of these centers and defense just look shaky as far as picks go. So yeah, I wanted to take an elite center, and I'm thinking Murphy's going to be our guy. He's a listed playmaker at 19 years old. And alright, turns out to be a medium 9, not a great pick, but almost 60 overall at 19 years old. He actually didn't have a terrible season either, 47 points in Moose Jaw. That's pretty decent. I'll take that. So over to pick 206 now. I'm sure we missed on some steals. Yeah, Precinct was pretty nice, 61 overall. Who else? There had to be some other prospects in here, right? Or was this just a weak ass draft? I think it was a weak draft. Oh, that's too bad. Okay. See, I could take Reimer, but he is 19. I had another guy pinned here. Yeah, this guy. Dmitry Kometov. See, we already got our elite goalie in Kagorodov. So I think I'm going to take Kometov here. He is 18. Right-handed sniper, and he is low elite. Nice. Okay. 51 overall, not bad by any means. I'm really happy with that still. And yeah, Dmitry Kometov, a great 7th round pick. Maybe he'll turn out to be something kind of along the lines of Austin Lampman or something like that. But anyways, that is it for the draft. Maybe a low top 6 there at the end. But overall, I'm super stoked for that draft. I think we got a ton of great players. 370 plus overall players in the first 3 picks. I'm really happy about that, and I don't think that could have gone any better. All right, so we've got to go to the re-sign phase here. We've got some coaches expiring. I'm going to try to get Leonard Waite re-signed because simply I just want to have a goalie coach still. It has seemed to have helped out our goalies a little bit, at least, in performing. And this guy wants an assistant coach role, Justin Dwyer. How much do we have to pay him for this? Hold on, is he a forward coach? No, he's a generalist. If anything, I get the feeling it's going to be Frederick Beach that we end up firing. That would be my assumption, but yeah, we'll see about that. I think I'm going to hold off on signing Dwyer, and instead we're going to go for a defensive coach eventually. And, I've got a lot of scouts to do here. All right, so for RFAs, we've got 16 skaters, including Jimmy Denny this year, ready to sign restricted free agent contracts. So Lampman as well, another big name there. He only wants like $3 million for a year, so I will definitely offer him that. I just hope he, takes a little bit more of a step here. I don't know if he will. Jimmy Denny, I'm going to offer a $7.5 million contract for the next 4 years. Joshua Shields, I'm going to offer about $2 million because he has been a great bottom 6 forward for us so far. Ratchenik, another guy that I'm not willing to lose at this point. He wants a 3-year deal, so that's nice. Usually he signs like a 1-year contract. Taylor Shea does not want a deal. I'm gonna offer him $6 million. I know money isn't an object in this save in this game mode, but that is definitely something we're still gonna look into. I'm gonna offer $1 million for a year for Ricardo Guerrero. Let's see. Thorne on a two-way wants okay. Yeah, we'll sign that. Oliver Suni again on a two-way. I don't know why so many guys want two-way contracts, but sure, I'll offer it to them. Kai Hartikainen gonna get the offer there. I get the feeling we might not be signing Billy Garcia just because of how many other players we have, but you never know. He wants $2.5 million should be enough for him. I assume we're gonna get him back there, but you never know. Christopher McKenna, I definitely want to re-sign as well. $2 million for 3 years, definitely worth it. And same with Brendan Hamonic. He's going to be a cheap two-way contract that I want to keep around. After that, I'm going to qualify Sidhu because I want to get rid of him, to be completely honest. Xavier Bradford, again, just offer all of these deals to. Ariel Bentley, Shane Scuderi. Unfortunately, Scuderi never turned out, which is too bad. He had boatloads of potential. Weston Raleigh wants the contract there as well. I think I'm going to be releasing a couple guys here, such as, yeah, Riddle's going to be one of them. Tyler Riddle I'm going to get rid of because he is 25 years old now. And I think Kimmo Hämäläinen as well. There's just a couple guys there that I would rather clear up roster spots for younger guys. Cogliano I'm okay keeping just because we don't have a crazy amount of right wingers. Byron Reinhardt, again, 25 years old, only 69 overall. He is going to get released. I'm done with him. I don't want to keep him around anymore. He just never really turned out. And instead, I will offer Marian Mikas and Henrik Gunnarsson contracts over those players. Matanen is going to walk. I'm not giving him a contract. Same with a bunch of these other guys. They're just not getting deals. I did have one more guy I wanted to sign. Where is he? Viinanen, that was the other guy, yeah. I know Viinanen I want to sign up. Yep, that looks nice and good. All right. And then we got goalies. And Grigorenko is going to be the odd man out here. Grigorenko and Levo, actually, I think, are going to be the odd man out. Actually, I'm not sure because I want Isaiah McMuffin getting the majority of playtime, but if that means... shoot. That's not great. I'm going to have to release Ludvig Henriksson. I don't want to, but I think I'm going to have to because I'd rather have Levo playing backup over a higher potential Isaiah McMuffin because I don't want to stunt his growth. And that very well could happen with the way I'm going to do things here. So Henriksson's going to get released. Grigorenko's going to get released. Worst case scenario, McMuffin gets called up. And we're going to let Daly and Kagedorov, battle it out here for the next goalie spot. But we do have some good goalies there still in Whiting and Weinrich. The two W's, very difficult to say, but let's advance a day. And Leonard Waite signs as our goalie coach. I'm not going to read them all off because it is a pain in the butt, but you guys can, watch here once we get past all the scouts. So yeah, 1, 2. So we get McMuffin, that's good. Okay, Levo Hartikainen, yep, looking really good. All right, nobody has rejected a contract yet. That's very good. All right. Oh, Taylor Shea did sign the $6 million deal there, which is, again, good. Billy Garcia also signed. All right, looking really good as far as contracts go. I think we got literally everybody there. So, except, Elias Sidhu is on the RFA. And I'm not going to sign Donald Wisniewski just yet because he is playing in Sarnia and still has a couple of years left there before he's really ready to hit the NHL. Dallas Hillman, I will offer another 2 years to just because he fits our system down there. And like I said before, Matanen is a no-go, and our goalies are definitely cleaned up now. So I'm riding our whole goaltending and crease future in Isaiah McMuffin, 6'2", 198, pretty big goalie. He gloves right. Ooh. he gloves right, which is definitely something that, we haven't seen a lot of in goalies. Like Whiting's a lefty. Weinrich is a lefty. Like that's all we've had so far. So maybe a righty goalie will switch things up and make it different. Maybe we'll start winning more. But anyways, let's sim to free agency. Check out what is available in free agency for undrafted players and things like such, and go from there. So Hillman does sign the contract there. And are we going to get Sidhu too? Yeah, we are. Okay, so Elias Sidhu does re-sign as well. Justin Dwyer does not renew his coaching position, which is totally okay with me. I am looking for an NHL assistant coach with a defensive style. I think this was the guy I was going to go for. Actually, maybe this guy. Guillermo Mich. I'm going to offer him the maximum amount of money I can for a contract here, and then we will get going. All right, so $630,000. That would be the correct amount. All right, and then for an AHL assistant coach, again, defensive looking. I'm looking for a well-rounded coach, but the thing is with these grades, usually they're not super accurate. I think I'm just going to go with the top coach there maybe not. He is 62 already. That guy looks better. Bernd Mebus. Oh, wait, he's a forward coach. That makes a lot more sense. All right, let's just go with let's go with Ritu then. Offer him, again, the maximum amount of money we can for the position. $440K. All right, that should be good. They should both sign. I can't speak. Let's clear the trading block though too, because I'm not trading Higgins. I'm not trading Forster. I'm not yet, anyways. And let's see. Udes is up there on value, even though he is technically a top 6 forward at this point. We only have a X amount of elite players in this team. Like, I know it looks like a lot, but a lot of these guys just drop off if they don't perform like crazy. So, yeah, I don't know who else is actually going to make the team this year. I didn't offer Noah Ekblad a contract, so that might be something we do still. I don't actually know exactly what our limit is for if we're at 50 out of 50 players. We got to be close. 49 out of 50, so I could go out and offer Noah Ekblad the contract there. Romano doesn't sign. Maxwell Rome, he's a power forward. I was going to say, is he a two-way forward? No, he's not. Warren McBride, again, another two-way forward that, could turn out, but probably won't. I don't think we're really going to sign anybody here unless there's some undrafted goalies. Oh, man, you guys don't know how much I would love to go out and sign Jacob Kattler, because he has just been a god in the crease over the last many seasons. But, yeah, all of these guys are drafted, unfortunately, so we cannot go out and get them. And it's like, oh, man, I wish we could go out and, pick up these players, go and get some undrafted guys. But, unfortunately we can't. So we're just going to have to deal with it with the guys we have. And, that's how it's kind of gone through this whole franchise mode so far. So I'm not exactly upset about it, but we do have to keep grinding along. And I think I am just going to offer Noah Ekblad the contract there because I want him playing in our defensive core. He is just 20 years old, and I think he would be a great addition to the roster. Defense. And Ekblad is definitely not our highest rated unsigned defenseman, but that's okay. He is 20 years old, so I think he deserves a contract. And anyways, let's get to the next season. And Guillermo Mich does sign, as well as Yaro Ritu, so now we are good to go. Alright guys, so this is how the lineup is looking for the Kelowna Komets 2030/31 season. We got the K Brothers Insider up top. You've been seeing this for years, and it's working. They're doing well. they're putting up tons of points. And another interesting thing we should watch here, 649 points in 573 games played for Charlie K. So 649. Eric Sider's only at 677. He's not even 20 points. He's 18 points ahead of Charlie K. So I would bet that Charlie K, as long as he stays healthy, finishes this season with the first place total for Kelowna Komets points all time. I would expect him to pass Eric Sider just because Eric Sider doesn't score at the same rate as Charlie K. Charlie K just puts up more points. And, Jason K as well. He has dealt with a couple more injuries, but he's only 3 points behind Charlie as far as scoring goes. So, yeah, those guys are scoring at a crazy rate. You look at the second line again, same thing we've been seeing for years. Valcourt, Zajac, Udes, they've been great. Again, they put up lots of points. And then we have Zaitsev, Guerrero, and Lampman on the third line. Ricardo Guerrero going to get a shot here at a third line scoring role. He put up 51 points in 78 games in the AHL last year, so I expect him to be very good. And then on the bottom line, we got Ratchnick, Shields, and Christensen for just enough two-way forwards to get some good PK chemistry there. And then on defense, guys, it is heartbreaking. It is a heartbreaking sight because Kai Hartikainen is actually a pinch and cycle defenseman. Only 50% fit. So what do you guys think we do? Do you think we actually mold and remodel this system for guys like Kasparaitis, Grand Pierre, and of course Kai Hartikainen, and even Greg Griffin? Like, we do have a lot of pinch and cycle defensemen. So it wouldn't be the worst case scenario ever, but we could end up trading a guy like Jimmy Denny or Angelo Mackey for, another top-end defenseman to just complete a top four and make it look disgusting in the future. I think that might be the play at this point, but I'm not entirely sure what to do. You guys leave your comments. Should we switch to pinch and cycle? Again, I know a couple of you guys said keep it pinch and shoot so you don't have to remodel, but our highest potential defensemen are both pinch and cycle now. So that's what I'm thinking we're going to have to remodel for here in the upcoming season. Maybe not this year. I think this year we still just need to watch players develop. But Kim Whiting in net, Tristan Weinrich as the backup, as much as I hate to say it and as much as it's like, dang it, this team just never seems to fit together perfectly, I think this is we're going to have to build towards that future over the pinch and shoot system just because of the way things have played out here with the draft picks. So, maybe we play Taylor Shea in here as well. Kill the chemistry a little bit. I don't really want to do that, but we might have to. Christopher McKenna there. Or maybe Angelo Mackey there. We just play the crazy top pairing. And then go with Taylor Shea over Christopher McKenna. That might have to be the play for this season. For one, so Hartikainen grows. And for two, that Taylor Shea is ready for the future to be one of our top six defensemen, because as much as he doesn't really fit right now, we're probably going to be remodeling. So that's what that move is for there. Otherwise, I would be playing a higher chemistry with Christopher McKenna. But that's what we're going to do for now in the NHL anyways. And then there's the AHL. Alright guys, and for the AHL, this is how the team is looking. We got Bentley, Rowley, and Suni on the top line. Then we got Forstrom, Higgins, and Gunnarsson on the second. Butsayev, Mikas, and Sherov on the third. And then Sider, Bradford, and Garcia on the fourth. On defense, we've got Kasparaitis there playing alongside Shane Scuderi. Then we have Aino Viinanen alongside Tristan Leno. Unfortunately, Leno has dropped off to a medium seventh defenseman, but that's okay. And then we also have Matthew Grandpierre playing alongside Elias Sidhu. In goal, we've got Isaiah McMuffin starting there this year, backed up by Mika Levo. So anyways, guys, now I got to get the draft class scouted, get all that good stuff done. And let's see. Ooh, probably no defenseman, no elite defenseman anyways, for the upcoming draft. So we'll see if Beauregard is actually really good or not. Varlamov, Nielsen, not any crazy huge players. Nobody that's extremely oversized or anything. These guys, Holden and Caron could be good, but you never know. There's really not a lot of defense in this draft. So, yeah, gonna be an interesting one as it is very much forwards based. But anyways, I'm gonna get my scouting done, and then I will be back with you guys to show you the team ratings for the start of the regular season here. Alright guys, so for the Komets 2030/31 team overall ratings here, this is what we're looking at. We're looking at 99 offense, 88 defense, and 82 goaltending. That's gotta be, that's some of the best ratings we have ever had for this team, and they're gonna be good this year. I'm expecting big things from this team, but we'll see if they can even make the playoffs or not this year. Anyways, we're gonna do a 41 game sim, stop up there, go over it with you guys, and then keep on going from there. So anyways, I'll be back with you guys at the 41 game mark. Alright guys, so at the 41 game mark, the halfway point of this season, the Komets are currently sitting with a 23-15-3 record for 49 points. Not quite on pace for a 100-point year, and that actually hasn't happened yet. Oh wow, the Highlanders are really bad this year. That's too bad. But Jason K with 25 goals, 25 assists for 50 points in 41 games. So yeah, Jason K is definitely going off. Charlie K as well, with 50 points there on the year. Weston Zajac got 40 in 41, and oh my gosh, Jimmy Denny has got 39 in 41. So yeah, he is crushing it this year as well. Lots of guys having pretty decent seasons. We got 3 20-plus goal scorers already, so that's good to see. And as far as our goalies go, 15 wins for Kim Whiting and only 8 for Tristan Weinrich there. As far as our rookies go, 10 points for Guerrero, 6 points for Hardikainen. Those guys are not performing poorly by any means. And then in the AHL, Kasparaitis is not doing so hot this year, but he is technically listed as a medium top 6 defenseman now, so we're going to just let him keep developing down there, and hopefully he can actually get up to an NHL type rating. Sherov having the best year down in the AHL. And then as far as all players go so far, that's just the Eastern. As far as all players go, LeBanc is just absolutely crushing it in Prince Albert. Man, he is a nice player. Capo Caco has got 47 assists in 41 games. That's insane. So yeah, lots of big scorers up here. There's no question about that. Your leading goal scorer so far on the year is LeBanc with 42, but Okposo's got 44. But Okposo's got 42 as well. So definitely some high scorers there, and we'll see what happens and how this continues. The top team in the league at this point is pretty obviously the Nanaimo Nailers there with 68 points in just 40 games as well. So anyways, let's get back into the sim, see how the rest of the season goes, and then go from there. Alright guys, so to end off the season, the Komets finished 3rd in the Pacific with a 46-27-9 record for 101 points. The best record in franchise history so far, eclipsing that 100-point mark, and finally getting to a point where it's like, yes, the team is good, right? Like, that's how it feels, finally. So, Charlie K could not break a 50-50 season. He was 3 goals off, but had 106 points. Jason K, literally just a couple goals off as well. He's now an exact elite, but definitely crushing it. Eric Sider goes off for 79 points as well, but I get the feeling 756 for Eric Sider and 755 for Jason K. My bet was incorrect by a single point. And yeah, wow, that was something else. Jimmy Denny goes off for 70 points this year. Actually a career best there for him, so that is great to see. Who else had a great year this year? Not a ton of guys. I mean, Declan Yude's still putting up numbers, don't get me wrong there. He's been great. Alexander Zaitsev puts up a 54-point year this year, improving by just 4 points there, but that's good to see. And Joshua Shields had a huge jump. He took off, over doubled his production this year, mainly on assists, but that's still good to see. And that was, pretty much it for the team. Kai Hardikainen got up to an 82. So there's definitely potential there. Kim Whiting not up to, but he's an 83 overall with 30 wins this year, so not bad by any means. Tristan Weinrich, I wonder if he's still leading the team in overall wins. He's got 115 and 86 for Kim Whiting. That's it. I guess he's played 2 or 3 major seasons here in Kelowna now where he's been like the go-to guy. For all goalies this year, we see Jacob Cattler put up a 49-win season. Lots of other good goalies in there too. Daryl Yelle, no idea how he put up 40 wins, but he did. Quincy Torres down to a low elite, but 26 years old. He is 90 overall. And by the looks of it, the highest rated goalie in the game at the moment. So, Lukowicz for the Monarchs. Jovan Lukowicz, definitely a nice goalie as well. And yeah, Whiting's definitely in there. As far as all defensemen go, we see Trevor Hyde and Charlie McAvoy lead the league this year with 81 points. Jimmy Denny 4th in all defenseman scoring, just behind Liljegren there, who's, again, just a godsend of a defenseman at this point. So yeah, definitely some great defensemen in there. For rookie skaters, we see Charpentier score 62 points in his rookie year. A couple other big names that you should recognize there. Alzner was a great player for Winnipeg, too. He put up a lot of points. And for the entire league, Mitch Marner scores 124 points to probably win the scoring title there. 81 goals for Matthew LeBanc. He is on a whole nother level at this point. 81 goals in 82 games. It's not even close. And like Simons was there, but it's not even close. Your most assists was 93 assists for Jesperi Kotkaniemi. That is insane. A couple 82 like assist per game kind of players there. So not much surprise. Kako put up over 100 points. Yeah, that was a lot of high scorers this year. I can't believe Jermaine Gostad's still on Oshawa, but he is. Or that Oshawa was able to pick him up. Volpatti is killing it on Montreal. Who else? Charlie Kay obviously was our top scorer. And yeah, that is pretty much it for scoring there. Draisaitl, 35 years old now. I wonder how old... McDavid's got to be, 34 now? He only scored 93 points. He got outscored by Draisaitl this year. But how many points has he scored in his career? Oh yeah, no biggie. Just almost 1,600 points in just 1,400 or 1,200 games. Jeez. Draisaitl's just below that, but yeah, anyways, I like to go check out the Oilers just because as far as league standings go this year, the Komets finished 3rd in the Pacific, and they also finish 8th in the entire league by the looks of it. I don't think, nobody below us can pass us at this point, and the Nordiques, actually, they might finish 7th. They might. I gotta simulate one more day. But there is a chance that they finish 7th. So yeah, let's go check that out. They might have finished 7th. They probably finished 8th. But yeah, Kelowna ends up with the 7th best record. Yeah, they did better than Quebec, even though I don't understand why. It was literally the exact same. Yes, regulation plus overtime wins. Yeah, okay, that's the difference right there. We had one more regulation/overtime win. Actually, wait, what? Oh, so maybe they had some shootout wins. I would assume that's what happened with Quebec. 79% of the points. The Nailers get there with a 61-13-8 record. That is insane, 130 points. But the Komets have their highest finish ever in franchise history as well. 7th in the league. That is fantastic. So we're definitely going to get into at least round 1 of the playoffs in this episode just to extend it a little bit more. And let's see where the Komets will be playing. And it's going to be against Abbotsford. And I guess Abbotsford was the better team there. So before we simulate to the game, let's just look at the standings one more time. Because Abbotsford, they did finish just above the Komets. I guess it wouldn't be entirely good to be Western Conference. So 3 and 4, I guess that's how it works. So Saskatoon would end up playing Nanaimo. That makes sense. And then Brandon would play against Regina. Again, makes sense. And then, do we have a Victoria-Vancouver series, or how is that working? Because we should actually be playing the Canucks, but I guess not. No, the Nailers are playing the Canucks. The Broncos get the Stampeders. Okay. I I guess it lines up. It doesn't really line up, but that's okay. So we've got Abbotsford up first, and we'll see what we can do against them. So with the Aces finishing just above us, they will have home ice advantage. The Komets have literally never played it in a playoff series where they have had home ice advantage. So we'll see if that changes here moving forward. But let's see. The Burnaby Bolts had a pretty decent season too. Sherrod finished with 89 points on the year, and the Bolts finished with 98 points in total, putting them... where exactly? 10th overall. Okay, so not bad in standings, or in the standings there. They do quite well. And let's see, our big scores this year were definitely Butsayev and Sherov, but Higgins had a decent year. Raleigh had a decent year. Kasparaitis, not bad. He didn't actually improve on point totals, but we're going to give him NHL minutes anyways. This was the guy, Marian Mikas, up to a 78 overall. And, you know, if they can go on a deeper playoff run, then he might have a chance to grow even more. Vienanen up to a 65 now, so that's not too terrible. Let's see, Gunnarsson only up to a 71, and did Forsstrom grow at all? 72, so we might be making a move for Forsstrom here too, because it just doesn't make sense that we have these high-valued players that aren't actually growing. So anyways, let's advance here day by day through this simulation against the Aces. And, you know, I probably... immediately Jimmy Denny goes out. I probably should have looked at the Aces team, but we beat them in Game 1. So let's see what Abbotsford's got going here. Yeah, that's a pretty nice team, I would say. I mean, they got two guys in the same draft, pick 1 and 3. But yeah, that lines up really nicely with their lineup. Vorobyev, again, another very nice player. Jordan Greenway has been great for them. And wow, they got some really nice players. Oh yeah, D'Agostini is really nice. Peckham's not bad. Not a crazy goaltending tandem there, but you know, they could still beat us very easily. So I'm not going to take this Abbotsford team lightly at all. I'm expecting our Kelowna boys to really get things going here. But anyways, we win Game 1 5-4 in overtime. Or I guess it was a shootout. Yeah, 5-4 in a shootout. And then the Burnaby Bolts also won Game 1 in overtime. All right, Game 2 here now. We see a 4-3 loss as the Aces come right back and win that one in a tight game. The Rochester Americans also win game number 2 there. All right, heading back to Kelowna for game number 3 now against the Abbotsford Aces. We see an 8-1 win. Wow, that is a butt kicking. Oh my goodness. Everybody else going 3-0 in the West here so far. So apparently the series aren't even close except for ours. And then a 4-2 win for the Bolts. All right. Into game number 4 now. This is where the Komets could take a stranglehold if they do it right. And game 4 is a 6-2 loss. We got a 2-2 series on our hands. All right. This should be an interesting one. So I guess we can advance. Ricardo Guerrero's back. Oh, I guess he was injured. Yeah, that's not good. I would really like to get Jimmy Denny back too, but, you know, that's just not happening at this point. You know, we probably, yeah, we are totally handicapping ourselves here. That makes no sense. I don't know why I would be doing that, but I guess I am. Let's go like that. Nope. Okay, that's apparently the best way we can play this lineup right now. Yeesh, okay. I'm really not expecting any scoring from this team. Any chance? If anything, I should bring Kasparaitis up. That would be the move. Or not Kasparaitis, Grand Pierre, sorry. But let me go check the injury report real quick here. If Denny's going to be out for long term here, April 26th. What are we at? April 22nd. He's got 4 days left. But to be fair, this is a 2-2 series, and this is an important game here. The Komets have only advanced past the first round once over the last couple of seasons, and I would like to do that again. But we will see. So let's make that move for now. Move a couple things around. get Grand Pierre in the lineup here because this is just not working at the moment. Chris McKenna there. Then Grand Pierre right there. Perfect. Okay. It's better. It's not, fantastic, but it's better. So yeah, I definitely want the team to do well. It's more a matter of can they do well. And all right, we'll put Dopita in there, and that looks good. All right. So here we go. Game number 5 in the sim. This should be the most important game of the series, and it goes to, well, Jimmy Denny's back for one, so that's good. Even though technically he can't play yet. If I'm going to be scratching anybody, it's probably going to be Daryl Perry right now. Let's move Perry down, and 3-1 win. Let's go, boys. Okay, you have the chance to eliminate them on home ice. It would be very nice if we could actually get that done, but let's see what happens here in the slow sim. Oh, baby, here we go. First period, it's a 1-0 Abbotsford lead as Vorobyev gets the opening goal. Abbotsford outshoots Kelowna 15-6. Second period, it's still 2-0 as McBain gets the goal there for the Aces. We're going to jump in, watch the third period, see if the Komets can turn it around here or not, and should be a good game. So here we go. Game 6, Kelowna, 2-0 for the Aces heading into the third period, and the Aces are going to start off winning the face-off. And I'm totally got this on player mode right now. My bad, I've been playing on a different account too. That's game settings. That's wrong. Okay. I'm like, wow, they won the face-off really easily there. That would be for a couple of different reasons. One, we're not on True Broadcast. And 2, I'm playing right now. So here we go. Aces winning the face-off. D'Agostini going to break in. He cuts down the wall. Fitzpatrick with a shot. That's a great chance. And the Aces are going to get to work here. Fitzpatrick, laid out by Eric Sider. Now McBain picks it up over to Hronik. Hronik down the boards, gets pinned up, and the battle goes to the Komets. Charlie K. poke check. Should have been a trip there. McBain, shot, saved, and Whiting is going to hold on. So the Komets get absolutely no momentum from that play. Now Vorobyev breaking in, he centers it, and there's a goal. Kirby Dach scores 3-0. Okay, that was terrible momentum from the Komets. They didn't get anything done on the power play, and it was just really hard to watch. Especially since the Komets literally had 5 chances just like that, and Christopher McKenna just completely misses the play going down the ice. So yeah, just really, really bad defense from the Komets overall, and I mean, that's been the problem this whole time. We just haven't had the defense there to support the goaltenders, and we're very obviously paying for it now. So, alright, whatever. I'm not commentating the last 30 seconds. The game is over. It's a 3-0 game. And if the Komets can't put a single puck in the net against the Aces, I don't know what to expect besides another playoff loss. And let me play, guys. God, let me play. You're like, oh, commentate everything. Don't play any games. Simulate them all. When we simulate them all, we lose to worse teams than us. Okay? I get it. You're like, oh, the Aces have 50 wins. Yeah, the Aces have a very sad 50 wins because their team is not that spectacular, to be completely honest with you. Yes, sure, McBain and Fitzpatrick are great players. Their top line is good. So is ours. They have one 87 rated defenseman. Cool, we have one 84 rated defenseman in Jimmy Denny. He's not even going to get to play this whole series. So, yeah, anyways, let's sim to the next game. He might finally, he's going to get to play Game 7. So we'll see if Jimmy Denny is the difference maker or not. I would assume that he will be, but who knows, honestly. It's so hard to judge nowadays with this team and this game and everything anyways. So, we could play Grand Pierre with McKenna on the bottom pairing instead. That might work. But yeah, Jimmy Denny definitely going to be playing here alongside Hartikainen. And yeah, that is the defensive lineup we're going to be running for this Game 7. And Yeah, they did. They made it through. The Bolts somehow beat out the Rochester Americans in 6 games, and they move on. So now we'll see if the Komets can do the same. So here we go. First period. It's a 2-0 game. Great. Okay. Komets outshoot the Aces 12-10. Can't get anything done. Second period. It's a 4-3 game as the Komets go off. McBain gets a goal to open the period to make it 3-0, and then the Komets storm back as Valcourt and Kay score on power play goals back-to-back, and then Zaitsev scores, and then Valcourt gets his second of the game. This is the Komets game to lose. It's a 4-3 game heading into the third period. The Komets are the better team on paper and statistically. Can they finish off a playoff series? So here we go. Third period in Abbotsford. Will the Aces be able to storm back and win this series, or will the Komets hold on to move on to round 2? Jason Kay breaking in immediately. Jimmy Denny, pass over to Charlie. Charlie to Sider. Eric Sider turns the puck over. So face-off now in the offensive end for the Komets. Shields is going to win the puck. Ratchenik picks it up. Centering pass to Shields. That's a great shot and a good save on the one-timer. Now Ratchenik loses that battle, but it's picked back up, and there's a tripping penalty on the play as the Komets take down Cristiano Clark. Now McBain walking in. He gets right around his guy. D'Agostini back to Clark. Clark shooting, and a great save by Whiting as Clark got laid out on that play. So with exactly 7 minutes left in the third, the Komets take a 2-minute tripping penalty here. It was Brett Christensen on a very mistimed poke check. And this is not looking too fantastic here. The Komets are going to have to kill this one off, and it is going to be tense. So face-off here, going to go to the Komets, and Mackey hits Sider. He looks to clear it again and finally gets it down the ice. Now Sider loses the battle to Fabro somehow, even though he had him pinned, and Christopher McKenna gets beat there by Kirby Doc. Kirby Doc in front, and there's a goal! Cristiano Clark on the power play, and Christopher McKenna just should not have been on the ice for this one. He gets beat foot speed and skill-wise by Kirby Doc, and Doc makes it an easy finish for Cristiano Clark, who again was completely unmarked in front of the net. There was nobody covering him, and this is a tie game as Brett Christensen takes a bad penalty. Like, that's just, what on earth is Mackey doing? Angelo Mackey's just standing there, not doing anything really. Like, you can look at this, look at that. Like, what are you doing, Mackey? Take the body, take him out of the play. Like, it's not hard to do, but apparently our defense can't do it. So anyways, tie game, and the Aces are right back in this one. So face off here at center ice, going to go to the Aces as McBain breaks in. So face-off in the defensive end here for the Komets. They are going to win this face-off, and Christopher McKenna is going to pick it up and skate this one out of the zone. He now makes the pass over to Grand Pierre. Grand Pierre hits Jason Kay in stride. Jason looking to make a pass over to McKenna. That was a great one-timer, but it was blocked in the slot. Now Grand Pierre lays a guy out. What a hit at center ice by Matthew Grand Pierre. Really taking the body there, and just an absolute bone-crushing hit. So I think we're going to take another look at that Grand Pierre hit. He really dropped his guy there, and yeah, Grand Pierre just steps into him there. What a hit on Kvapel. Sorry, is how you say his name. Or yeah, it's Kvapel. It's hard to say. It's a weird name. Anyways, face-off at center ice goes to the Aces. Woolley looking to break in. Gaudette right down the middle. Adam Gaudette, great shot, and a big save there by Kim Whiting. Not much time left here, and the goalie's still making the stops that they have to. So face-off now in the defensive end for the Komets, and this is going to go to the Aces. Barkland looking to shoot. Pass over to Barkland. He finally gets the shot off, but that's not cleared out. Now Woolley looking to make a pass. Back to Barkland. Over to Norina. Norina over to Gaudette. Gaudette centering in front. Pass in front. They score! And the Komets choke it with 4 seconds left. You've got to be kidding me. 4 seconds. Angelo Mackey again. I'm not even going to be upset changing the system here. I'm probably going to be trading Angelo Mackey after that. 2 times. Misses the guy in front. It costs us a playoff series. Angelo Mackey is gone. I don't care if he was the first good defenseman we drafted. That was bad. Oh my god. What a choke. The Komets go into the third period of Game 7 up 4-3. And they walk away with a 5-4 loss. That is disgusting. I cannot believe that the Komets just lost that right there. I mean, they deserved to. They played terrible. But wow. Just wow. What a choke. And the Komets are done. So for the 4th time in the last 7 seasons, the Kelowna Komets are eliminated in round 1 of the playoffs. They have only made it to round 2 once, and they've never made it any further than that. So things have got to start changing around here in Kelowna. It has just been really unfortunate to watch, and the Komets have struggled big time to actually make an impact and, make it somewhere in the postseason. So anyways, we are going to sim to June now and wrap up the playoffs here. So guys, for the 2nd season in a row, the Nanaimo Nailers and the Bridgeport Sound Tigers win the Stanley Cup and Calder Cup. The Nailers have won 3 cups out of 11 seasons now too, and they have just simply been one of the best teams in the league the entire time. So I do want to show you guys the progress reports because certain players did have good seasons. Kim Whiting up to an 85 elite goalie. He had a great year. Jimmy Denny doesn't grow at all, which makes no sense, but okay. Hartikainen grows a little bit. Valcourt, now a medium top 9 forward, which not exactly what we wanted to see, but that's how it is. He is, again, stays at the same rating. Who else in the system had a good year? Not a whole bunch of players. I mean, Kasparaitis shot up a little bit. He's going to be getting NHL time. Marian Mikas was definitely one of the few guys that really had a good year. We also see Uriel Bentley have a great season as well. And McMuffin up to a 75 now, so hopefully he can hit about an 80 overall by the next season. That would be nice to see. And Wisniewski didn't grow at all, unfortunately. I mean, he had 47 points, which you think would make a difference, but apparently not. Who else? Schroeder up to a 69 overall at 20 years old now. He's been pretty good. And Vinanen, Daly also see some good growth. Kometov up to a 60 overall. He's had a great year. So yeah, our biggest player in growth was Kometov, then Mikas. So Kaigadorov as well, up to a 59 at just 18 years old. That's looking pretty good. So yeah, that's how the player growth is gone, and now we are going to sim to, I guess I got to show you guys the player awards and stuff too, because that is the last part of this episode that we're going to get through here today. So for the playoffs, we see the Nanaimo Nailers go through the Canucks in 6, then the Aces in 4, then the Redhawks in 4, and then finally beat the Leafs in 5 to win the Cup. The Tigers go through Springfield in 5, then Wilkes-Barre, Scranton in 5, and then Utica in 7, before finally beating Chicago in 7. As far as awards go for individuals this year, we see Mitch Marner win the Art Ross and the Hart. Timothy Liljegren wins the Norris this year. Mitch Marner with the Lady Byng. Charpentier with the Calder this year. The Conn Smythe goes to Buchnevich. Ellis wins the Vezina this year on the Nailers. Vasilevsky wins. I think that was supposed to be Vasilevsky, honestly, but Vasilevsky and Ellis win the Jennings this year. Stock on the Tigers wins the Masterton. Bonnier wins the Adams for the Aces this year. Tikhonov wins the Selke. Marner with the Ted Lindsay, and Matthew LeBanc with the Rockets. So let's see where the lottery places some teams here. Should be interesting as we get through the retirees and everything else here. So yeah, we'll sim up to player retirement, but we should see the lottery, and Moose Jaw is going to win it this year. Lethbridge moves from 13 to 2, and that was the only real, significant movement this year was Lethbridge. Halifax moves from 1 to 3, but still going to get an elite player. And I don't know, the draft class is a bit of a weird one this year. There's not a ton of defense, and I honestly don't know who we're going to be drafting exactly. I was looking at this guy, Bern Thibault, but I don't know if we'll even get a shot at him. Yeah, it seems like we're kind of out of the picture on that one. So maybe we trade up to try and land Thibault. He might be a good player. And, by the looks of it, I've got Steen lined up here too. Jorgen Steen could definitely be an impactful player, but maybe we'll trade up to around pick 18 to 20, around there, and hopefully land a good player. I mean, there is definitely a lot of NHL ready type players in here. I just don't know how many of them are actually going to be elite versus just, average kind of players. But, guys like Harakala there look really good as far as NHL ready power forwards go. So who knows exactly who we'll trade up for. I'm still trying to decide who we're going to take. There are some good potential players in here still anyways. Even if they're not in the very top of the draft, there's definitely some low elites in here that I saw that I am quite excited about, as you can see there. Bergfors, Glennie, Thibault, Ackerland especially. He's way out of the picture, but we could definitely draft him still. So anyways, let's finish this video off with retiring players and who is going to be calling it quits this year. We see Mark Scheifele call it quits with 1,200 points in his career. Monahan, Tarasenko, Eberle, Domi, Gallagher, and Marchessault all finished with over 1,000 points. Forsberg with just under 1,000, same with Saad and Burakovsky. But a lot of big name players in here, lots of guys with lots of points. And then as far as goaltenders go, we see UC Saros as the top goalie, playing in Halifax there most recently. Ridge with 230, and then Subban and Sorokin with over 100 wins each as well. So Max Domi becomes a coach for the Vipers, and Sergei Khudobin, one of our Liga scouts, does expire there, so we're gonna have to go out and sign up, we're gonna have to go out and sign a new scout here coming up. So anyways, guys, that is where we're going to wrap it up for this video. If you did enjoy this episode, make sure you go down below, smash the like button. Only takes a second, really helps out the channel. Also, don't forget to subscribe if you haven't. We're trying to hit 1,200 subs. We will probably hit that by the time this video goes out. But anyways, guys, I hope you enjoyed. That's going to be it for me. This is Etanyos signing out, and see ya.